there seems to be some form of a delay, and I can't work out what it is. It's just as words are failing me. There's a delay between the cameras. I don't actually know if it's registering, but thank you, PJ. OBS is definitely a lot better. Yeah, it definitely is. Okay. Hi, Mama B. Right, today, I've actually got some fibro problems going on. So, you can have the chicken. I will send you a copy. So today, I can't actually cut any lino, but I can prep. So my plan is actually I've attempted this before in other projects, and it's never quite worked because I've never been quite accurate enough. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a print of the comb and I'm going to flip it. Oh, I'm buffering. I don't know how much of that registered then because I started buffering. So just saying, I was going to take a print of the comb and flip it, so when I cut it out I can print the whole chicken in black, and then I can print the in-between bit in red or orange or whatever colour I'm pop arting this chicken. Now, I always take progression prints. That's the original drawing. That was the print when I'd cut the main lines out, and I'm actually really annoyed that I didn't get an overall print. I should have finished it before I moved on to the next stage, because then I took a print of the comb. So what I plan on doing is taking a full print so I can see what it looks like complete, and then I can work on the comb, just so I have a decent progression. And I'm actually going to use one of my new ink pads that I've just bought. So how have we all been today? So I'm a little bit stuck today because of my splint. I've not actually tried the speedy stuff. I've tried soft or easy to cut lino, but I've found the brand that I've come across is actually quite easy to cut as it is, Melissa. It's definitely worth trying speedy stuff, the speedy carve, but you do pay an awful lot more money. It just depends on the strength of your hands, I guess. So this is a brand new ink pad. Hold on, I'm just going to try and move the camera. Ooh, and it just popped off. There isn't actually, when it comes to the British lino, okay, the camera's not working, I apologise. There isn't actually brands. I just broke the stand. That's professional. Sorry guys. But yeah, in like Britain, I guess, or European, what's it called, supplies for lino printing, there isn't actually different style lino. I wish there was, because I'd love to try some others, but there just isn't. Okay, brand new ink pad. Try turning that light off. Oh, that's going to be too dark, no doubt. Yeah, too dark. So I'm just going to pop the light down. Just check that that works. Ooh, I've got to wait for the delay to catch up. So, are you considering doing lino printing, Melissa? It depends really. The bigger ones, I don't know how big the Speedy Carves stuff, the blocks are. If you want to do bigger prints, you would need to use lino. But for small little ones, the pink would probably admittedly be better. But I prefer lino because it's just the style I learnt. Hey Carrie! So I'm just going to do a quick ink up of the chicken. Got no strength in my hand today. Right. Let's hope this works. It's probably going to sound really awful for you. I definitely like the fact I've got a new ink block though. Because my last one was pretty much dead. And it was frankly a nightmare to get a print out of it. And I had to print nearly 30 cards for my brownie unit with a dying ink pad. So that was not a fun situation. Problem with doing large ones by hand. Oh my gosh. Don't actually know where that ink come from. And I just made it jump. Okay, let's just flip it and see. Oh, actually that's pretty good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's get that a bit more in shot. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I need to round the neck off a bit more. But other than that, I'm actually really, really pleased with that. I'm going to see if I can get a secondary print, because then I can mark on it where I need to change. Or the slight fixes, I guess. Thank you, Melissa. So what kind of stamps would you carve then, Melissa? It's always interesting to know what... Yes, a Brea is actually on my Christmas list. But yeah, what kind of stamps would you do? Because I'm always interested to know what different styles people do. Because some people are portrait artists, some people just do little ones for notebooks. Texture stamps, chicken stamps. I should have guessed that, really. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of doing, is just backgrounds. Right. I'm just using, these are just cheap antibacterial wipes, because these are the only ones I've got to hand, and I only had 2 left. So just give it... Yes, I did, Melissa. I did. Let's say I need to check that one, because I plan on sending a few people a few things. Oh, this is a dirty print now. Ew, it's black. Ew. Ugh. Ew. So you definitely get some nice sort of painty tissue style if you did this with colours. That landed in the bin. Well, I have gone to like events and stuff, and they're like, what are you covered in? And I'm like, ink? Like, why would you have to question that? It's me, come on. Just clean my desk up a bit, because I don't want to ruin my splint though. Right, let's just see if we can get this chicken clean. There we go. So the interesting thing is the pen that I used to draw the chicken was a black permanent marker, but the more times I go over it with anti-bac, the more blue it goes. Ew. Right. I don't have any tissues to hand, so I'm just going to use some cheap paper to blot. Sometimes it gets extra prints, and I do plan on saving them all. Yeah, that is very true actually. I was always taught black is either very dark purple or very dark blue. But it's just funny to watch it fade. So what would you do for a pop art chicken? What colour would you do the comb? Yeah, see, I was thinking of doing red, but I recently have quite liked the pop art style, and I'm actually planning on doing a pop art quilt for the spare bed. And I kind of wanted to do a print wall in my room. Oh wow, that's really cute. So if somebody had like rainbow hair, it'd be a rainbow chicken. Or rainbow chicken comb. Okay, so that's just the comb. I'm going to take a few prints, just in case one of them goes wrong when I'm trying to transfer it. go. So today's live is mostly just going to be showing how I get a accurate transfer. Right, there we go, we've got 3 combs. Pop that on the floor, quick drink. And let's see if this works. There we go. Finally got 2 cameras. Okay. So, what I will do is, I've already found a scrap. And this was, I believe, from my flamingo prints. I do not throw lino away, it is expensive. And I just work out how big the comb is and if it will fit. That's probably the wrong one to use. So I'm just going to cut a comb out. And it's very awkward with a splint on. So I managed to do 7 hours at work, got home and just painkillers stopped. Okay, so we've got the comb, and obviously that fits. I don't need to go and get a new or fresh piece of lino. So what I'm just going to do now is just cut the comb out a bit neater. Oh, honestly, it's fine, Melissa, though. Having arthritis and stuff has taught me quite a lot. So the people I look after, I think it gives me a little bit more understanding. Because although sometimes people are 60 or 70, they feel a lot younger. So I can imagine what they must feel like being young and ill, considering I am fairly young and I do get ill. Okay, right, I'm just going to swap the cameras back, if it works. There we go. I'm just going to put a different piece of lino underneath. So what I'll do is I'll get a pencil. That one's blunt. There we go. And I will just go and I will sketch over the light is gone. Hopefully that works. Did that just knock my camera? Oh, very unprofessional today, I do apologise. The base has just popped off again. Right. Is that it? Is that it? Sorry about the delay, folks. Perfect. Okay, so as I was trying to show, I just regular pencil over the lines, just fill them in. Probably shouldn't do this on a lino, but oh well. I'm actually going to go to the blunt pencil because it's a softer, so it's darker. And this is really inaccurate because of my hand, which is okay, because I can do a more accurate one another time and have a scruffier comb and a neater comb. And I do actually like being able to change up my prints without having to do completely or a new print each time. So just fill all this in, and then make sure to get all this. Okay, that should hopefully be the entire thing. So I'll put the scrap down, and then I'll find the best position for saving what I can, because I do not want to waste the lino. There, that works. And then you just sketch over the back, carbon paper theory style, whatever you want to call it. I'm very tired right now. I was up at 7:15 and it's now nearly 6 o'clock at night. So that's only 11 hours, but I've been at work and I'm ill. And I'm very, very tired. But it's my youngest brother's school play tomorrow, so I've got to be up in time for that. And then the day after, I'm going shopping with my mum. And then the day after that, I've got training at work again. Okay, I don't know if you can see, yes you can. That is the comb of the chicken. Let me just, there we go. So it is currently backwards, because by doing the print the right way and then flipping it, it goes backwards. So I'm going to do permanent marker, so I don't know if I like doing this with my splint on or not, because it gives my hand a lot of support, but at the same time it restricts a lot of my movement, and I'm aware I probably just got very loud then. There we go. So hopefully my audio is better this time. Yes, Melissa, I have. But it was actually Melissa's Patrick that has hopefully fixed my audio. Well, I'm sure he has. Hopefully my laptops have behaved. So I'm just hoping it's better this time. Right. The clicking. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you definitely fixed it for me, Patrick, thank you. So, here we go. I now have a reverse comb. I don't know if that's in focus. In this shot. My words are failing me. Yeah. So when I cut that one out, it's going to be opposite. So then naturally when I flip it, it's going to print a colour into the comb. So I am actually going to do a little bit of the lino, because I really can't resist it. Really probably shouldn't, but oh well. So just got my regular setup. I can actually show you now. I've got my board. It's got a lip there, so it clings onto the desk, so as you work it fights it, so it won't, the lino won't fly off, because it's stuck, it's fixed. And then these are the tools I swear by. Absolutely swear by these. I've had others, I still have my others, but I asked for these for my birthday. They weren't expensive, and they're probably the best investment in all of my lino. and it is just a set of 12 tools. And what I will use typically for a small one, considering I'm not actually cutting out the middle, I'm cutting out the edges, I only need a small round and a V blade. So I can find them very quickly. Yeah, that's the V blade. Don't know if it's going to show you, I'll have to... Yeah, there we go. So that's just a V. Oh, has someone? Thank you, PJ. And then the other one is just this tiny, tiny round. I'll bring it more into focus. So it's got a round and a V. I don't know if they're going to focus or not. And that's actually all I'm going to use. Thank you, Melissa. That's all I'm going to use, I think, for now anyway. Let's change camera. So we've got this block. I'm going to just move the camera. And then we've got our comb. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, I wonder who number 4 is then. Please don't feel too shy to chat, random friend. Okay, right. So we're just going to cut. I'm going to cut up to the black lines. I'm going to do a print, and then, because I can't actually remember which way I've done this, I think I also actually need to cut the black lines as well, but I don't want to overcut and have a mismatched print. And this in particular is a nice and soft lino. So even with my splint, I'm still able to do this. Oh, also I thought. It's just finding the right... I didn't realise that blade's wonky. How odd. Oh. That's cool. What's cool, PJ? Right now my brain is dead. I cannot remember what I've said 1 minute from the previous. Right. Oh, alright, thank you. I'm going to try with the V blade just because it's got a bit more of a point. And because of my splint, I'm straight away cutting into the black lines, so this is definitely going to be the more scruffy of the comb. Why is it not in focus? It's really annoying me. See, depending on the batch of lino you get. Yeah, I would, PJ, but I don't want to get in trouble with one of my brownie mothers. But yeah, depending on the batch of lino you get, you can obviously do it with weak cans and such. But then you get other things of lino, and they're so stiff and firm that it's almost impossible to cut. So it just depends on sometimes the brand, sometimes the batch, and sometimes the environment, because I do believe that has a part to play. So Carrie, are you going live tonight? Ah, drop my blade. Realise I keep coming out of focus. Or out of shot. Ah, of course, it's Tuesday. Yes. I need somebody else to go live. I just need to just chill and just watch somebody else. I don't particularly like drawing, but I really want to get some designs done. So I need somebody else to go live so I can kind of craft alongside. Because it just takes my mind off it, and then I'm able to actually draw things. So next payday, I do actually intend to invest in a better webcam. I've already had payday this month and it was awesome. Melissa's said, continuing the painty paper. Ooh! Oh, wicked, okay. I'm still really curious over these jelly plates. I've not seen them in Britain. But yeah, I've had my payday, as you know, which was absolutely awesome. And I've still got a fair amount left, but it's Christmas and I want to spoil my family. So I don't want to spend money on unnecessary things when I guess I can survive for now. I just hacked a chunk out of the cone edge. Great. Right, I'm wanting to get in there. Yeah, I guess that was it, Melissa. Yeah, I want to get some of this edge out, but I don't want to cut into the actual border. So, I've got to be very, very careful. And then when I've done this one, or finished doing this part, just took a chunk out of the wrong bit, I'm actually going to do a quick print of it as it is, I think, so I can check it's okay, and then I'll just do the outside. So I'm just going to grab up a piece of paper I used earlier, because I'm not going to waste it, and then just pull that out of focus, or out of shot even. So I think it was one of your lives, Melissa, that I actually designed the chicken. So yeah, it's nice watching other people because it gives me confidence, I guess. Right, there we go. Let's see if this is anything like the original, because we're trying to get it to look like that. Yeah, that. Okay, right, and let's reveal. Okay, not brilliant, not perfect, but that isn't too bad. I can see that I need to go in here a bit more. Need to take off a bit more there. And just go in, I guess. Go in 0.5 millimetre, if that's possible. So I'm just going to rub it all over the back to get this ink off. So you're never short of painty paper material whenever you do this. Okay, right, I've got bits absolutely everywhere. Just brush those off. Okay, right, here we go. Just going to take the corner of that, because otherwise it's going to get all over my splint. So the first bit I definitely want to cut into there a bit more. And I potentially just took out too big a piece. But it will make it a rough and ready comb, I guess. Okay. Right, in like that. In like that. Like that. I'm going to make that one a bit longer, because I'd rather there be gaps than it overprints. As in, I prefer it to be slightly smaller than slightly too big. Ooh. But I don't want to cut too much off if I can help it. Wow, 40 minutes already. Crikey. So that's got to be quite a small bit, really, hasn't it? And right now it's actually pretty huge. So I'm going to cut that entire section. Totally not in shot then. Oh, and I slipped again. Every time. That is the risk you do take, with or without splints on. Seriously, PJ? Oh, I got a virus software upgrade. Restart later. Oh, and that's my laptop making noises. Thank you. It's one of those things that when I first started I was always looking for videos of people just carving lino blocks, and there never really is. It's just one of those kind of satisfying things. Like watching somebody else knit, I just love watching the stitches develop. Yes, Melissa, that is my hamster. That's my little petal. She's the size of a guinea pig though. Hello, Andrea. You want to see my petal? Alright, I'll get on once I've done this. She, if I'm not careful, will pouch the lino. See, I would, but she chews holes and things. I gave her, didn't intend to give her, but I'd wrote down all my work hours on this napkin, and she was sat next to me and she ate the entire napkin. Pouched it and all, I could not get it back. Right, let's just carve some of that out. So what I'm going to quickly do, actually, that. There we go. Yes, of course, Melissa. Are you actually... Oh, I forgot to ask about your feet, or your ankles. Just going to cut this out. That's good. Difficult. The facial expressions, I don't doubt, are comical. Okay. Oh, bye Carrie! I'll be posting these on Facebook later so you can see the finished result. But other than the bits to be carved out, that's the majority of the comb. Bye. Right. Because of how small it is, I'm not going to bother getting a bigger blade. I'm just going to carve it out. If I got the right blade though. Oh. Sniggle for it. Oh, just took a chunk out of my board again. Alrighty. That's looking pretty okay. Ooh. Okay. Just make sure I've got all the bits I don't need gone. tidy up some of these cornery bits. Oh. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a different colour ink pad, I think, when I find one, and I'm going to print that onto the actual chicken. And yes, it is very relaxing. Where my ink pads are, I don't know. Every time I get this craft room sorted, or this spare room sorted, I make a mess again. Got to be one somewhere. Ah, they're in my box, I think. Got one. You can't see, but it's bright yellow. Yeah, it's only coming up as white, isn't it? Typical. Okay, right, let's get that secondary print I did. That's a blocking print. I think this is still going to be a little too big, but we can find out. Right, let me just sort this camera out and see if I can do it like that. Oh, no. Static. Sorry, I'm moving the microphone because it's the actual camera. I forgot about that. That's something. That's definitely something. Every time I move this to be in focus or in shot, it's not. Oh. Okay. Can you see the comb? I would, but my laptop's there. Tell you what, I'm going to take the ball away. That'd save the faff. There. Just let it come back into... Okay, it's obviously too bright, so I'm going to get this print. Is my phone buzzing? I just have to take another full ink print. Okay. Oh yeah, it's put black onto my new stamp. Typical. So I'm not as impressed with this stamp. The ink seems to well up almost, and it isn't a solid block of colour. Okay. I'm just going to go with it. Okay. praying that has worked. Just going to move my camera again, apologies. Oh. Sorry about the noise. Has that worked? You know what? Like that, it reminds me of one of those chickens with the really fluffy head. So I'm not actually going to lift it up a minute. I'll be back in 1 minute. And I am back. Let's just check if there's any comments I missed. Brilliant. Okay. Are you ready to raise this print up? Come on then. Ready? Well, it's wonky, but it worked. I'm really happy with that. Give me a calico. Okay, Melissa. Oh! You get caught on me. This is Petal. She has just woken up for us, so she's a little bit scruffy. Don't you want the treat? Yep. Oh, don't try and climb off. She has just hit her 1 year birthday. Got her the 2nd of January, and she was 8 weeks old. So she's 13 months. She's absolutely massive. She's 7 ounces now. She should not be this big. She's my precious little darling, and sometimes if she'll let me, or if she'll behave, alright baby, she will actually sit on her back to have her treats. But she doesn't like doing it very often. She gets annoyed with me because she's crossbred, different types of Syrian hamster. She gets really long tufts of fur, so every few weeks I have to give her a bit of a trim, and she absolutely hates me. Come on. Don't you want the banana? You don't want the banana. Oh, banana. You want the grapes? You just want the box. She's very greedy. You're gonna say hello? She's my first proper portrait plan. Alright, baby girl. Oops, knock the mic, why don't we? And once this chicken's done, you could expect to see this little girl as a Lino. And I might actually do a reduction print. Not done one yet, and goodness, Petal, my nostrils are looking massive. But yeah, I might do her as a reduction print because she is different shades of grey, white and brown. She was originally light grey when I got her, and then she went, where'd you go? You went, or you were white and then you went grey. Her tail's very long actually. And now she's kind of gone coppery on her head and here. She's dark grey, but she's also still quite a bit white. Sorry, I absolutely love my hamster. Don't I, babes? You bite me and all, and I still love you. But yeah, she is going to hopefully be a reduction Lino print. Is that gone? She's very greedy, by the way. Come on. You're going to sit still for 2 minutes whilst I talk to them about the print. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, go on down a minute, baby. I don't know if you can quite see, because the rim of the mug, because I have this camera balanced on a mug. Hey, sit still, babes. Sit still. I don't think you're going, yeah, there we are. You can just see some of it's out of line, but some of it's in line. And that is my plan, to do like that, and the overall chicken might be, I might do the lines in orange, I might do the actual, don't eat the buttons, Petal, sorry, might do the actual chicken lines in red, might colour the feathers purple and do a yellow comb, and then swap them all about and add blue. So yeah, that is my plan. Don't eat that now, baby. She's just eating everything. Okay, folks, I'm gonna head off now because this one probably wants to go back to bed, and it's actually my tea time. So yeah, I will see you later, Melissa. Looking forward to watching you, and I hope we all have a lovely afternoon, evening, night, early morning, whatever it may be. Hey girl, sit still. Sit still. No jumping. So yeah, alright. Love you all. Bye. You gonna say goodbye? There's a good girl. Oh, darling. She's got a little foot out. What's this foot doing? Bye, folks.